आमचे invite of ours. We've gathered here because we wanted to inform that 1st of July of every year is a new Rotary year. It begins with 1st of July with every leadership change. And this year we have got Dr. Lenny Costa, who is the District Governor of Rotary International District 3170. And after a gap of nearly about 4 decades, we have a District Governor who is from Goa and especially from Margao. And the last time it happened was about 4 decades ago. We have very special plans. As you know, Rotary International is a voluntary service organization, international service organization. And we have a lot of plans for the district to make it an impactful year of service. To talk more, I request Dr. Lenny to give a brief about his.
All right. So, as the governor of district governor of Rotary International District 3170. Now, 3170 comprises of Goa, the full state of Goa, the northern part of Karnataka, and the southern part of Maharashtra. So, we are about 150 odd clubs. Generally, Rotary across the world has been doing humanitarian service all over the world. And we have done everything from hunger to taking care of education to taking care of maternal and child health. But the biggest achievement of polio has been eradication of achievement of Rotary has been eradication of polio. Everyone thinks polio has been eradicated by the government. It's not. In 1988, we ran a small pilot in Philippines. We saw that it could be removed from that country. So then we started contributing. We got into a tie-up with the WHO and Gavi, and then other partners joined in, and the governments of the world joined in, and we got the polio eradicated from most of the world, except for 2 countries where we are still fighting. We still contribute every year anywhere between 250 to 400 million to fight this, together with the Bill Gates Foundation. Now, having said that, at the local level, Rotary has been doing a lot of work. But this year, we have changed a little bit and said, let's do things together. So the first project, tomorrow being the first, across all the clubs across the district. I mean, we are about 140 odd clubs, 48 odd clubs, which are together doing blood donation drives tomorrow. So our aim is to collect about close to 10,000 bottles as possible across all the 148, 149 clubs that we have. In Goa per se, tomorrow Margao is having a major blood donation drive at the BPS club. Panjim is having, all 5 clubs in Panjim are doing it in Porvorim. There are 2 blood donation drives in Porvorim. There's one, I think, at Mapsa, there are 2 at Mapsa, 1 at Saligaon, and 1 at Ponda, and 1 at Vasco. And we are also doing at Kucharan. Yes, Kucharan. So we have the entire Goa covered with blood donation drives tomorrow. We are also doing a number of other district projects that we have lined up. You know, our whole aim this year is to touch 1 million lives, whether it is in health, whether it is in education, whether it is even with environmental initiatives that we have. So one of the other things that we are planning from the 12th of July, again across the district, is to plant about close to 10,000 trees in each area. So Goa, we are targeting about 1 lakh trees. Hopefully we'll be able to do that over a 1 week, that is from the 12th of July right up to the 18th of July. Why plant trees? Because that is another area of focus that we have. We have about 7 areas of focus that Rotary has. And one of our areas of focus also is environment. Besides health, besides education, besides community development, we have all of these that we do. Clean water drinking. The other project that I am personally looking at as a doctor per se is dialysis centers. Now in Goa, we are well off. Our government says we've got enough dialysis centers. But when we go to other parts of our district, now if I go to Bagalkot and Bijapur, and the fact that patients have to travel all the way to either Belgaum or to Sangli 3 hours of traveling to do a dialysis is very, very hard for patients. So we are trying to put as many standalone small dialysis centers with three units each across the district. So that's a project that we call the Healing Water Project, Healing Waters Project, and we are hoping to do that. In Goa, we are also in Goa and Maharashtra per se, because Karnataka has not adopted NEP. We are trying to do STEM labs for schools. Now that's a very expensive thing because each STEM lab costs about 15 lakhs. And we have a special unit that we are doing which is under 5 lakhs. We're trying to do about 100 schools. We are also looking at about 1,000 e-classrooms that we are planning to do this year. But one major initiative that we have thought of this year is, I don't know, all of you all must have heard of the fact that, seen and heard a lot of our friends who suddenly have what they call a heart attack and die. Now 90% of the times this is basically a cardiac arrest. And if the right first aid reaches this person, that person can survive. So we have decided to put out, we went around and saw there is a huge need for public defibrillators. The AED devices, they are assisted manual devices that can help somebody to recover. So we are doing this at the railway stations, we are doing this at the airports. We've got permissions from Konkan Railway, we've got permission from the Hubli Airport, the Kolhapur Airport. We're awaiting the Goa Dabolim Airport because MOPA already has it. So that's another area that we are looking at, because even if we save one life, all the investment in this would be worth it. So we are putting down about 1 crore rupees to try and do this project. And we're also partnering with the government, with GMC, with Auspicio, South District Hospital, to see what they require and see what we can give them. At the same time, we're also doing this in Kolhapur for their civic hospitals. We've got a huge neonatal unit there, which has got about 22 neonatal units now. 22 ventilators and life-saving equipment that have been imported and put up over there. So we keep expanding on that. In Hubli Dharwad, we have done both the public hospitals, and in Belgaum, at least 4 of the hospitals have received equipment from us. So for Goa, we have been doing this and we continue doing this going forward. Whatever service that we can do through society. So I'll leave this to you for questioning or any question that you want to ask.
What is the stage of now in Goa for polio?
Polio is eradicated in India
Completely.
But we still do the NIDs, that's the National Immunization Day for polio. It was done last Sunday.
Okay.
Because, see, just across our border, Pakistan and Afghanistan, polio still exists. And it won't take too long for us to re-get infected if we do not keep this surveillance on. So we're still giving polio to drops to the young kids.
Okay. Now cardiac arrest is the main cases in Goa now.
So many. That's why we are putting these AEDs all over the place. Automated defibrillators, external defibrillators.
So what is the cause?
So cause could be any. We really don't know what the cause is. As a doctor, I don't even want to guess because causes can be multifactorial. But I think many of these deaths, a majority of these deaths, can be avoided with the right kind of first aid that the person receives. So first aid doesn't have to come from a first aid responder. You and I can be responders. And for that, we need to get ourselves trained. You see, if you go to any part of the world, this is a normal thing for school children. College students know how to do a CPR. We have never been taught this. So with this, we are also teaching people. Like for example, if we put this AED on, let's say Konkan Railway Margao, even the tea vendor over there will be taught how to use that machine and how to first give CPR. So the company we have tied up with is going to continue doing these trainings over the period of 3 years.
Does having a local governor benefit the district in a particular way, or does it add pressure that now they have to perform much more?
It is both, basically. It's both. So what used to happen is Goa used to get a governor once in 5 years for the last maybe 20 years. Unfortunately, from Margao per se, from Salsett, Dr. Johnson was here way back in 2012. Post that, we had 2 governors in Goa, but both from Panjim. Prior to that, both were from MAPSA. From Margao, Dr. Narsimha Naik was, I think, somewhere in the 80s. We don't even have the date because that time it was a much smaller district. Today we are one of the largest districts in the world, and I got this opportunity. We get elected 3 years earlier so that we can plan. So in 2023 I was elected for this term of 26-27. Post this, 3170 bifurcates again. So Maharashtra goes separately, Goa and Karnataka remain together. The pressure is huge for the local clubs because we are 28 now. We hope to increase our membership. The pressure is huge because it's the home state of the governor, but at the same time, they also get the benefit of having the governor's ear because we get a lot of. What is our job? Our job is not to kind of lead from the front. It's basically to help them in every way possible to do what they do best because they are the ones who are doing the work at the ground, not us.
You mentioned that you want to get new members. There are a lot of people who've heard about Rotary, but they're not sure about how to join. So, what kind of commitment would these people be required to make in order to become members?
So, I think the only commitment is if you are keen on doing something to give back to society. Basically, all of us have been blessed, and in some way, if you want to give back, this is one organization that you can do it very easily. This is the only organization in the world that allows you to contribute very little money, but create huge lasting impact across the globe. For example, if I want to contribute to a project in Somalia, I can do it from here. My club can partner with another club there. We can collect money from our members, give it over there, and it becomes really. Similarly, they do the same thing here. So this is one benefit. For example, if I want to do a project worth 50 lakhs, like we have done one where I personally contributed. We did the neonatal unit in Goa Medical College. Now there we had 3 other organizations from the US, 3 other clubs from the US who contributed 60% of that amount. They don't even know where it's going, but it's very little money that gives you chances to do what you want to do.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on our social media platforms for the latest updates and content.